Update AITA for not telling my wife that I am dying. Original post. Hey all, I wasn't sure if I was going to make this update, but things are getting gloomier, and I feel that I owe you guys the closure you deserve. For all the help you gave me, as well as the multiple news stories lol. Although I didn't respond much, due to everything being so new and overwhelming. I want each of you to know that I read every single comment and message. Multiple times. Over the past year and a half, I did end up telling my wife, soon after my post, that she took it rough. As expected, it ruined me to see her that way. But I knew that I needed to tell her. She did enjoy reading through the original thread though, as many of you had heartwarming thoughts and messages. We took the time that we needed to ensure that she would be set up as best as possible. Following that, we went and spent the best 4 months of my life in Australia. The experience was amazing, and I couldn't have asked for a better dying wish. We came back just in time for COVID. Honestly, I was scared to death, and still am, but somehow I've lasted this long. I've lost much of my strength, and hospice has come in to set up the house and ensure that I am comfortable enough to die. I had thought that I would be dead by now, so it is hard to complain about getting a little extra time. I've left a large collection of greeting cards in possession with a friend, birthdays, first anniversary without me, remarriage, children's birth and birthdays, if she uses my sperm. I didn't tell her about any of these, just because some of these events aren't guaranteed, but I know that they can help if the time comes around. Overall, I'm content, about as content as I can be. There's a lot of things I would have done differently in life if I had known this would happen, but that's unfortunately out of my control. However, I do know that I did the most I could have done with the remaining time I was given. I am just glad that I had time left while I still had my health, as I know that many aren't as lucky. Thanks again for all of your help. I'll answer any questions you guys have, so long as it isn't personally identifiable, which includes my medical information, as my town paper was thoughtful enough to write an article about me. Just be patient please. Even typing for long periods of time gets painful. Well, I wish you and your wife all the best. Your love for her will always live on. I'm so glad you're happy with the choices you made, and send you my best wishes. You reminded me of this article from a few years ago about the top 5 regrets of those approaching the end of their lives. 1. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. 2. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. 3. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. 4. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. 5. I wish that I had let myself be happier. Reading that made me change my life. I hope it is helpful to others. Edit. Thanks everyone for the kind and thoughtful responses. And to those who have given this comment awards, they are a very welcome surprise. Thank you. Hey man, I was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma cancer 5 years ago. I fortunately beat it, so far, with immunotherapy drugs. However, I expect it will return before I'm able to live to full retirement. I knew I would be dead within 6 months. It didn't bother me at all though. Here's how I viewed it. We live in the best time in all of human history. You were able to fly 35 kft in the air at 400 miles per hour to Australia. No human ever in history up until around 100 years ago ever got to experience such an awe-inspiring thing. You've been able to eat better than any king in the history of humanity. Think about the food available to us today. Imagine how kings thought they ate so good all throughout history. They didn't experience probably 1/100th of the food you were able to experience in your life. This goes for drink as well. The best things in life are actually the most simple. Hot coffee outside on cool mornings. Grilling a great steak with a cold beer while the sky turns orange as the sun sets. Kittens purring. puppies playing. My point is this. They estimate there have been around 80 to 100 billion humans who ever lived. Most humans that ever lived are already gone. But you, my friend, lived better than 99.9% of them. You won the human lotto. We all did. Drink a cold one for me, buddy, because I'll be right behind you. We are all right behind you. See you on the other side. Your original posts precedes my Reddit start date, so this is my first time reading this. I just wish you all the strength needed to get through this. Your courage is admirable. Best of luck. The only thing I would caution you on is the future greeting cards. I had a friend who did this for his partner after he died. And while it was incredibly sweet and kind, it also stopped his partner from moving on. Every time she received a card, it reopened all of her grief over losing him. I'm not saying don't do it, but just maybe talk to the friend who is holding on to them and ask them to use their discretion about whether or not to go through with giving them to her. It might be easier to just leave a single letter that says everything you want her to know. Also, as a kid whose father died when I was 9 months old, please leave a video for them. Just for them. It took me over 30 years to find the single letter my father had left for me that my mother had hidden, and all I ever wanted was to hear what his voice sounded like when he said my name. To see what his face looked like when he said he loved me. That shit can leave a hole in your heart bigger than anything you can find to fill it. Maybe start a video diary for her. Just short recordings. Something to look back. IDK, just a thought I had. I am truly sorry for all you have going through. I am glad you got to live your best life with the person you love. Not everyone gets that chance. Good for you. You are in my thought and my remaining time. Be peaceful and loving. Revolving hearts, revolving hearts. What would you have done differently? I think about this a lot for myself. I just cried an ugly cry. You're amazing, and I hope that you go peacefully. Wow, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be an asshole, but are you afraid? How does one handle looking death literally in the face? I can't imagine all that you're going through. I'm so sorry. I'm happy you spent those 4 months with your wife. It sounds like you're handling everything as best as you can. I wish I could say more comforting words, but I'm at a loss and I'm so sorry. I just wish you both the best. I don't know if you watched Good Place, but I found this great. Picture a wave in the ocean. You can see it, measure it, its height, the way the sunlight refracts when it passes through. And it's there, and you can see it. You know what it is. It's a wave, and then it crashes in the shore and it's gone. But the water is still there. The wave was just a different way for the water to be. For a little while. You know, it's one conception of death for Buddhists. The wave returns to the ocean, where it came from and where it's supposed to be. The good place. Just read your first post now. And now there is definitely a ninja cutting onions in my room now. Sounds like you had an amazing time down under creating memories that will last a lifetime. When the time comes, I hope it's peaceful for the both of you. Best wishes to you and your wife. I'm glad to see this isn't Up's wife writing this to say you passed away. Glad you're still here. Hey there. I would like to make a request if you're comfortable. If you feel this is okay. Would it be okay if your wife made a post here updating us when you have left us? Sam. Thank you so much for the update. I'm glad that you talked with her and got that time together. I wish there was more I could say or do personally, but know that you are an amazing person. I'll keep your story in my heart. I really wish I could give you my time. You made the most out of it and deserve more. I hope nothing but the best for you and whatever lies ahead. Just wanted to say that your story touched me, and while we will never know each other, you will be remembered by me through this thread. Stay true, my friend, and enjoy life. I'm so sorry you and your wife are going through a pandemic on top of everything with your health. I hope your final time on Earth is as peaceful as it can be. Was not expecting to weep at 1 a.m. this Monday morning. I'm glad you got to go to Australia and enjoy this time with your wife. I can't imagine what either of you are going through. I'm terrified of dying and of losing my loved ones. Your courage is astounding to me. Best of luck to you both. Thanks for the update. Also, for sharing your perspective on things. I'm a little older than you and you are handling this so much better than I would. I was reading some of your replies and your comment about wanting to move on to the next thing really hit home. You've really given me a lot to think of. I consider myself blessed. I have a job and make a decent living, but I work a lot. I don't really allow myself to enjoy the moment because I have to keep working towards my next goal. I don't think having goals is bad, but I'm going to start to enjoy what I have more. Winking face. You mentioned the letters you made, which sound wonderful. I would advise you make videos too. One of the worst parts of losing someone is knowing you will never see or hear them again. I wish you and your wife the best. I'm Australian. Is there anything you would like from here? Any chocolate? Sweets? I would like to send them to you and your wife. I'm in Sydney. Obviously can't promise much due to COVID and the postal system, but please let me know.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic AITA is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.